Hello guys, I'm Sarah. I'm here with my helpers, Olivia, Sam and Aston, and I am here with as much enthusiasm as I can muster because yesterday was a bit of a disaster in the kitchen. This will be actually my third time trying to film this, and I will actually include a bit of a blooper reel at the end of this video to explain why I might look flustered. First of all, the reason I'm making these gingerbread hearts, this is the same recipe that you use to make Gingerbread Men, so I thought it was a good one to film. And also Valentine's Day coming up. One of the great things I love about doing this is that it gets the kids thinking about other people, because what we do is we make these gingerbread hearts and then I get the kids to ice them for each other or for other family members. And so each family member then ends up with a little pile of these gingerbread hearts each. Now also they make good lunchbox fillers. You can freeze them and defrost them. It teaches them as well that if you're going to do something nice, like for Valentine's Day or something like that, you don't have to go out and spend a ton of money, just make something nice. We're doing it a bit early so we can film it just for you guys for the third time in this instance. So you want to be preheating your oven at about 180 degrees Celsius, and we want to put 2 cups of flour in a bowl, just plain flour. 2 cups, I've got a half cup measure here. So how does that work out, Olivia? Half cup each. We need about half a teaspoon of baking soda. Funny story, we just spent about 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes looking for this baking soda. It was on the shoe rack. That's the kind of couple of days that I've been having. I'm not kidding, it was on the shoe rack.
I found it. It was the end.
So just about half a teaspoon. The original recipe calls for a tablespoon of ginger. I tend to put just a little bit more in because I'm pretty big on ginger when I don't like anything savoury with ginger actually, but sweet stuff with ginger, oh yeah. I'm going to do a heaped tablespoon.
That's at least 3 tablespoons worth.
Not really, it's probably one and a bit. About 1 cup of brown sugar. Not sure if I've got a whole cup measure in here, we'll see how it goes. If not, I'm sure a bit less won't really matter.
2 cups.
Okay, so 1 cup, this is a half cup measure. It's okay, so we got a little bit less than a cup here, but that's not a major. I am not going to buy more ingredients. I've already had to do that.
Take it out.
Right, so let's give that a bit of a stir up. And then we're going to add 150 grams of butter, or butter substitute. $150 grams of butter, substitute cheeky spread stuff. Now we just want to rub that in, so of course that just means get your fingers in there and smush, smush, smush. Now we add 1 beaten egg. That's it. Fingers in this lot. And yay!
Which a little bit. Can I do a little bit of beating?
Oh, we'll let Sam do the beating because she didn't get to do crackage. You got to do crackage yesterday.
Please, can I just do 1 point?
Did you hear? The egg in.
Volcanic explosion.
Right. Let's give that a quick mix in.
Exploded and just spreading all over the lab.
Very dramatic. Just want to mix that till it comes together nicely like that. Now it's quite sticky at the moment, so what you want to do is add enough flour so that it's not like sticky anymore. Now I think this was one of my failings yesterday. It's typical actually. I've done this recipe countless times, both as gingerbread hearts and gingerbread men, because gingerbread men are a great thing to bring if it's like a birthday shout at preschool, if, you know, a few times for the kids' birthdays. I've actually brought in, instead of making a cake, I've brought in a whole heap of gingerbread men for the kids. And it's great for the teachers too, because they don't have to cut and divvy up cake. And no kid argues with a gingerbread man. And literally the one and only time it's ever stuffed up was on camera.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, yes.
Now we aren't know. Yesterday.
It's actually one of my failings, I think, yesterday. I just left it just a little bit too sticky. And the mixture on the tray, well, you'll see if you watch the outtakes. You wrap that up in cling film, or if you've got, I'm not sure if it might work putting it in like beeswax wrap or something like that. If somebody could let me know actually if you've tried using anything other than cling film to wrap this, because I am trying to reduce my plastic consumption a bit. But I've got some cling film to use up anyway, so I'm just going to use it. But so you wrap this up. I'm going to put a bit more flour on. I don't need another disaster today. Right, little package, and we'll be back in half an hour.
I want to pop it in the fridge.
Okay, so that has been half an hour. I'm just going to flour the chopping board, and then we're going to roll this out. Now again, make sure it's nicely coated in the flour, because you just don't want it sticky. Because if it's sticky, as I discovered yesterday, it'll spread all over the pan when we're cooking. You want to roll this so it's just about 5mm thick, just about half a centimetre. My tray with my little non-slip mat on it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll peel that away.
That way.
These will expand slightly when cooking, so just leave a bit of a gap between them. Alright, so I'll put the first batch in the oven. These will only need between 8 to 10 minutes, depending on how cooked you want them, you know, if you want them a little bit smooshy or extra crispy. And then, oh, we got a little ball left. What should we do?
Eat it! Drop it in.
We divvy it into 4 and we eat it. That's the best bit. The bit that was left over. Right, I want the biggest bit. I want the biggest bit. Leave me the biggest bit.
No,
Yes.
we leave
Oh,
the
what?
smallest bit. Yep. If we had a cup of sugar each to eat.
A cup of sugar. Yeah, I like your chances of that happening.
Beautiful and smelling lovely.
Hang on. Hang on, I'm not convinced I'm doing the right recipe. So, funny story. Things have happened since the last little clip I just did. I accidentally started the wrong recipe. So I've got some gingerbread cooking in the oven right now. I half made it before I suddenly realised, hang on, this is not my Gingerbread Man recipe, this is gingerbread, which is different. Anyway, we're making gingerbread. I'm going to show you how to make gingerbread men, or in this case, gingerbread hearts, because that's the shape we're going to make them in. It is a really, really easy recipe. It's even easier than making gingerbread. So anyway, luckily I have all the ingredients for both, I nearly had to go buy some more ginger.
Sam, try and strike the other meteorite, then they'll both explode.
You wombles. I'll just add to my funny story from earlier about the gingerbread.
Look at the gingerbread.
It's really lucky I wasn't doing a video on that because it felt a bit... I was being impatient and I just wanted to get on with what I was trying to do. And I tried to turn it out really quickly before it had cooled down and it fell to 1,000 pieces. So it's just as well I wasn't doing a gingerbread video, but these guys aren't
about 5 bits. I like the crusty bits better.
But I bet it'll be really yummy crumbled up with some custard. We might do that at some point.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just try not to open the oven door before it's ready, or it'll run away.
That's true. I don't know that gingerbread hearts do run away. I know gingerbread men do.
No, well, they might sprout wings and fly away.
Right, so here's the thing. I went to check on these. They never rose that much. They did not spread that much last time I made them. What have I done? What a plonker. I'm just gonna like refilm this tomorrow because I'm feeling defeated at this stage and I need to start making dinner. And they're not gonna look cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, we'll still eat them, but we want pretty stuff for the video, not these things. I feel defeated. I'm defeated. Aston, I'm defeated. I'm defeated. And that's my gingerbread. But we're going to have that with a bit of custard and ice cream as a final night of school holiday pudding. Tomorrow night we've decided it's going to be awesome.